Abe,
Yes?
you sure were busy outside in the hot sun this week.
Yeah, I was outside doing some tank inspections and some other things, getting the rig ready for travel.
Our motorhome has had such a great winter season in the sunny Southwest Florida. Now it's time to get ready for a really busy spring, summer, and winter travel season.
Today's video covers a 1 to 2 day process, so I recommend that you inspect the outside of your rig at least 2 to 3 weeks before travel. As with any outside inspection, I found some items that needed replacing or repair that I'll cover in an upcoming video. Let's get started by flushing the black and gray tanks and sanitizing the freshwater tank. Stick around. The first line of inspection begins on the inside of the rig. When you enter your RV, take note of any smells, specifically rotten eggs, boiled eggs, human waste, ammonia, and musty, earthy smells. Smells inside the rig can point to problem areas you will want to address before hitting the road again. After this video, check out Tonya's video about smells inside the rig. She'll go into more detail on how to identify maintenance and health issues through smells. With a flashlight, I begin the inspection for signs of any gray water leaks around the pipes under the sinks. I turn on and test the water pump. I check the level indicators in the control panel to ensure everything has a reading. Next, I move on to inspecting in and around the toilet. I make sure there isn't a seal issue in the toilet with absence of water in the bowl. This may be a good time to address toilet paper. Make sure you use toilet paper that's meant for RV use. It'll help avoid any sensor and buildup issues in the future. Let's move to the outside of the RV. We'll start the outside inspection with a black tank flushing process to assess proper sensing. It's important to know if your RV park has stipulations on water use. This process uses quite a bit of water and takes quite a bit of time, so I don't recommend that you do this at a dump station. Begin the black tank flushing with a standard emptying process. Close the gray tank earlier in the day to collect shower and dishwater. I'm looking for at least a half tank gray water reading. You want to know your black tank capacity size in gallons before beginning the flushing. I suspected the black tank sensor had buildup, indicating by a 1 day full level reading. Plus the emptying just didn't last very long. I suspected the internal spray wand wasn't quite enough to give a really good rinse down. Since I don't know when my tank is full, I purchased a flow meter for the hose. This will help me know exactly how much water I can place in my tank versus when the sensor reads full. I never want to overfill the tank. That would be a catastrophe. First, begin your emptying by pulling the black tank valve. That's the tank flush. Starting. And you have this. And you pull the black tank. And there goes our brown. I noticed with the past several flushes, the lever pull had some resistance. I knew my suspicions of a bad valve were true after our pre-trip test run. The rig had a black tank evidence in the capped clear elbow. I ordered and changed the black tank valve. If you want to see a video changing the valve, leave a comment below. After draining the tank, close the valve and begin the fill process with the flow meter. I fill my tank with fresh water within 5 gallons of capacity. I cut the water flow and check the sensor for accuracy. I release the black tank for the first flush and check out the sensor again for accuracy. I proceed with the second full tank fill and another release. The flushing process took about 2 to 3 separate cycles during the season to release the buildup from the sensor. The final steps in the emptying process is to flush the slinky with gray water and deposit the appropriate amount of black tank chemicals through the toilets. First, begin by emptying the freshwater holding tank. Our release valve is behind the black and gray wet bay. I do a fresh water emptying and sanitation flush after sitting for a while. I do it twice a year and after sitting for a while. We park at home base for several months at a time, so keeping our lines free of stagnant bacteria buildup keeps our family and pets safe. Turn off the hot water at the main switch. Unhook the freshwater hose at the spigot and remove the filter. This is a great time to change your RV water filters. We use a filter in the wet bay and a second one on the hose. So we're draining the tank right now so I can fill the tank back up with a water and bleach solution. We're going to use about a quarter cup of bleach per 16 gallons in this freshwater tank. So our tank is a 100-gallon tank. So divide that by 15, and we're going to probably use around 7 quarter cups, so almost 2 cups of bleach in there to get to the right bleach solution for sanitizing the lines. Once the tank is full, we're going to turn on the water pump and pump the bleach and water solution through all of the lines in the RV, including all 3 faucets, the 2 bathrooms and the kitchen, the shower head, just so everything has a little bit of bleach in it. Drain the water to gravity, pour bleach solution into the end of the freshwater hose, attach the flow meter to the spigot, turn on the water fill. Our tank is 100 gallons. Once the tank is full, turn on the water pump and all of the faucets until each faucet ran with the smell of bleach. Let it sit for 8 hours. Close the gray tank, run the bleach water via the water pump through the faucets until the gray tank reads full. If needed, stop the water to the faucets and empty the gray tank. Repeat until the freshwater tank is empty. To complete the process, fill and release the freshwater tank one time for a good rinse of any bleach residue.
Thank you for joining us today. If you'd like to see more videos just like this, go ahead and hit a thumbs up, give a subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the road.